Well, hello guys. What are you doing here? I hope you all had a nice holiday and Happy New Year's. It is January 1st as I'm recording this, so ta-da, we survive another year. It's like, oh my gosh. It is 2022 now for those time capsule fellows out there. Um, Speaking of time capsule, I have this personal little tradition I like to do every year. I like to take some of my old sketchbooks and flip through them and find a piece that I'm like, oh, I was really proud of that at one time, and improve upon it, like modern day, So, but usually, I don't know. I sometimes you feel bad redoing your old stuff, but I don't know. I'm not going to draw on the original, so this is a Xerox, but we're doing something a little bit different than just a general redraw. I found my old fashioned sketches from middle school. So, all right, guys, behold, the punky, anime Vocaloid loving me designs that I made. I think this was 2012. It looks right. Oh gosh, it's so embarrassing. But we are here to have fun, and this is going to be fun. I'm kind of excited for this, actually. So this was from I really like the design idea of some of the characters drawn in the Hatsune Miku Secret Police song from back in the day. And I remember that was one of my big jams. So I have decided to take this and make it into a design that maybe I would wear today, because this is a little not my style anymore. I am all for a statement piece. If you guys know me, like, in the world, you know I love a good statement piece, but this is a little, I don't know, loud in the wrong ways, I think, for me personally. But we are going to have fun. So basically take this and add, I don't know, magician vibes, and you've got me. So yeah, so we're just gonna do that. But anyway, it's so funny seeing these things, all the little inspirations that you had back in the day. I was really into Visual K. I still am. I really like that music. So you can see the little apostrophe eyebrow going on. Yeah. But man, these were good days. And to start it all off, I'm trying to make sure my paper's centered here. It's hard telling. To kick it all off, I still have my iPod that I actually had in 8th grade. It's got all the goodies loaded on it. Yeah, I still admittedly use it on a daily basis, so no judgment, guys. So I think what I'm going to start with is just the general silhouette. I know this isn't my usual kind of drawing you guys see me do. Mostly I do like fantasy illustration. But a passion of mine is I like to design my own clothes, and I don't know, I just think it's a nice little thing you can do for yourself if you have the time and the means. I mean, I only do one project here and there, but I like to just do it as I don't know. I am at a lot. It's been a long couple of weeks here with all the holidays and everything going on and all that jazz. So the first thing I would notice on this is that the overall silhouette is kind of fun. The positioning of like these lines here, I would not do today. I think like this lower, have everything meet almost at the hips. I don't quite like that anymore. I like the Empire skyline waist, and the skirt I'd probably bring. I don't know. You guys are gonna find out, so just keep watching and you'll see. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I haven't done anything like this in a while. I usually do it once a year, and this is what I picked to do this year. So this will be fun. So I think what I'm going to start off with is just a couple of sketches of just a basic I don't know, like a silhouette study sort of thing. I usually do hourglass shapes because I myself am hourglass shaped. So, I mean, if you're gonna follow along and do some of your own, do whatever type you want to. And man, was I a long, lanky kid. I ain't a long, lanky kid anymore, so I don't, some of these things I would not. Maybe I'll do like a fashion sketchbook tour some of these days and you guys can see. I was a big fan of fishnet. I thought they were just the coolest dang things. I remember seeing like people in all the punk bands having the rip tights and the fishnet. I'm like, yes, that is awesome. Sign me up. And I remember I had one pair and within having them for, I don't know, maybe like a week, I got them in the discount section of the Halloween store. They were like a matted mess. So ever since then, I have shied away. But who knows? Maybe I'll just be like, you know what? This strikes a fancy. But nah, I'm more of like classy sorceress. Could maybe do some really cool stuff. Vibes nowadays, but I don't know. Kind of like the classic punk look. This screams very My Chemical Romance. That one music video. Oh my god, what is it? Helena? I think it's that one I'm thinking of. Anyway, we're just gonna go through and embarrass myself with all of my goofy middle school music that I still 100% listen to. Yeah. So, how are you guys doing? Have you had a nice holiday season? Did you get to do anything fun with friends and family? And I don't know, go for any adventures? I myself stayed home quite a bit. We had family here for Christmas Eve, and that was quite nice. It's good to see everybody. And yeah. So I'm just thinking here. I think this back section, I wanted to do like a corsetry sort of detail, but I remember this was supposed to be a red ribbon and it sort of fed into the back panel, so there would be some princess themes here. I don't know. I do like the idea of having weights on the end of them though. I think that's kind of a fun little tidbit. We might keep that. I don't know what was going on with this front section with this like bow tie looking thing. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see this in the camera. Yep. All right, we're good. And probably even scoot it over a little bit. There we go. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. I like to do these unedited, so I get to enjoy my rambling and procrastinations. All right, let's just get into it here. So I'm thinking, and this is really weird to describe your process to a camera who isn't a person, but you guys are people and you're listening, so it's but it's after the fact, so it's interesting. Let's see, I would like to do a, what is this, 3/4 sleeve instead of one that goes all the way down because I like the slim factor. And then I would bring, I think we're gonna do like a sheer, like a chiffon instead of the fishnet because I'm just, that's more of a vibe that I would go for. Maybe some thumb holes for old time's sake. Do you guys remember that? Do they still make clothes with thumb holes in them? Because those were a good time. Yeah. Alright, so we are going to do just a princess theme blazer. I'm thinking something that ends right about here at the waist. I really like things to end at my natural waist. I think it's just more flattering on me personally. Yeah. This shape is interesting. It looks like it's split into 4 corners, or 4 pieces. So you got the 2 in the back and the 2 in the front, but it's also split down this side seam. I don't quite like that. It's kind of weird. It's very, like opposite Assassin's Creed outfit. I'm just going to do the 2 quadrants here, and then it'll kind of curve like this and an arc over the back. This would be your center side seam. You guys want to hear all my all my technical decal? Like, I feel like I'm gonna bore you guys. If I am, I'm sorry. Just put some music on and I don't know. Yeah, but I'm trying to think of this in a construction sense that I would actually make this in present day. So let's see, princess seams along the bust. And I myself like a deep dramatic V, especially with things that meet at the waist. Where's my eraser? I don't even know if I do the red accents nowadays. I think it's a little much. I mostly just wear all black nowadays anyway. I'd say something, maybe I play with texture. Do like a suede for the jacket, and then, I don't know, some abstract vinyl if we're going for that punky thingamajig. Of course, we have to keep these ginormous bulbous shoulder pads because that is not something that's skippable in this household. We love our very pointy, take a person out with your clavicles shoulder pads. So that will be included. Let's see. Ooh, we could even get fancy and do like a cap on the shoulder pad. I don't know why, but I've been really into fashion pauldrons lately. Pauldrons are a type of armor that is used to protect the shoulders. But I've seen people make fashion ones, and they're just like brass or steel little, basically outer shoulder pads, and they go over the top of your outfits, and I'm here for that. So let's see. I like that. That's interesting. This cuff detail is interesting. I think I would mimic this shape here and bring it over here. So we've got sort of a, I don't know, crisscrossy effect going on here. I also like angled sleeve cuffs. I think those are kind of fun to do. They're a little out there, and you don't often see them in a lot of, especially commercial things. Most sleeve cuffs are kept to a flat shape, but I like a little flair in my day-to-day outfits. If I don't look like I walked off the set of The Magicians, I don't need it. So let's see. I do like how that's coming. I don't know if I'd do lapels on this, honestly. I don't know. Then it would make it too businessy, maybe. I think I just keep it like this. I could do a half lapel, like one of those cuff ones. I do like a nice standing collar, so that could be interesting. So sort of like a, I don't know what the technical term is. The collar that doesn't have the peaks, the circle. Yeah, I don't know. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. You probably have a shirt in your closet and you're like, Allegra, how could you not know this? So here I am. It's not a turtleneck. It's like a, I don't know, something else. Maybe just a slim lapel, but nothing really like defined. Because I do like, I don't know, I like these separate collars. I have my wizard house robe that I'm just gonna have to show you guys my sewing projects from now on. That has a separated collar like this. It's got the one for the neck that actually stands up, and it's part of this and connects to the center seam, but it's like, it's got quite a bit of stiffening in there, so it's always standing up in cool factors. Anyway, it's basically the pop collar flare, I suppose would be a good term for it. All right, and then, so we've got that hammer down. Ooh, we could do red undergarments That would be fun, because then that's a pop of color, but it's not like in your face. All right, so let's do a plunge. I'm thinking it'd be sort of like a bodysuit that connects all the way down. Okay, so I guess we're gonna design a bodysuit next. I'm gonna do a little sketch over here because I'm going to otherwise forget about it. Priorities, you know, this is what my brain does. All right, so let's do a little sketch over there. All right, back to the matter at hand. So I'm thinking this would be, yes, red and neckline here. I'm pretty sure I keep the makeup pretty much the same. I do love whatever is going on with these eyelashes. I'd probably change the eyebrow to be a little less, yeah, apostrophe eyebrow, but details, schmetails. What am I talking about? We're all about the details here. All right, so look at this. Can you guys time how many times I say all right? And so let me make sure this isn't timing out on me again like it did last time. Awesome. Cool. If you guys were here last time, it stopped working after 10 minutes. That was because I had it on like 60 frames per second and 4K recording on my phone, so that was not going to continue to work. All right, so I do like the skirt, and I do like a little bit of the risque factor we've got going on here. But I still do think I would keep it less. Oh, maybe it's a long sleeve bodysuit. That would work because then we'd have the red accents in there. And the chiffon. See, we're problem solving together, guys. All right. So it's a plunge neck. I've never in my life sewn a bodysuit. It's way too intimidating for me. I mostly stick to I don't know. I think the most crazy thing that I'm currently working on is, again, my wizard house coat, and that's like a woven silk with the loose threads in the back. Oh my god, that's been proving to be a constant nightmare. But it's nice. It's got a shape like this. It cinches at the waist, and then it's got a little bit of a bustle in the back, because you gotta look extra at home to make up for, I don't know, not looking extra at home. I was just tired of wearing sweatpants every day. So I invested in some night dresses and wizard robes for housewear, so I feel fancy when I work from home. So trade secrets with Allegra. Oh my god, I'm probably oversharing, and you guys are like, what the hell is wrong with this woman? Can I say that? I don't know. I'm probably cussing too much. I feel like I talk too much during these things. You guys can totally be like, less talking, please. And I will listen. All right. Skirt. I do like the pleats. I think I would continue to have the pleats. And I do like the symmetry we've got going on here, but I don't want it to be too symmetric, because we've got a lot of symmetric details going on. I could even do like a brooch chain pin. Ooh. Yes, let's do it. I'm gonna do, should I do 2 slits or 1? Hard decisions. I hope you guys can't get a complete view of my head while I'm doing this. I have a tendency to hunch over my work. Let's do a M slit. So I have this. Ooh, yes, and then it would line up with these. All right. I like a maxi skirt that has enough flow to make one look like a golden age femme fatale or something like that. I don't know, those oh my gosh, those golden age paintings, but like the Art Nouveau night scene ones, you know, where it's a little like, ooh, mysterious and floaty. That's, yes, a mood that we like, yeah. So the skirt would have to be incredibly high-waisted. I could just turn this into an underdress. Am I? Wow. So it'd just be a jacket and a underdress. No. No, I don't know. Because I don't want this to be, I don't want the skirt to be chiffon. It could look cool with chiffon. Ugh, I'm a sucker for chiffon. I don't... Okay, I guess this is gonna be a dress now. The design process, everyone. Alright, so pretending it would still be center seam at the waist here. This would actually be kind of fun to make, not gonna lie. I might. You guys vote. I try to only make things that I can see myself wearing for the next 5 to 10 years on a semi-regular basis. The jacket would be overkill, but I could totally see myself wearing the underdress, but like a denim jacket or something like that, you know? Do like a nice A-line. Okay. I really don't know. Normally when you do the M slits, you want them to be like right about here. About a little bit to the side of center thigh. But I don't want it to clash with these lines because it would be more up and down, and then these ones are like this. But I mean, when you're walking, the whole appeal of this is that the whole leg is exposed. So, yeah. Okay. I suppose I could do like a princess seam-esque one, so it would stop about here. And then just carry this straight down. And I do quite enjoy fabric that pools on the floor. When I get to the point where I have curtains in my life, I will have curtains that pool the floor. I think they're just so rich and fun looking, and they really add, I don't know, some extra dimension. Not like swimming on the floor, pool level, but I don't know, just a cascade. Like, maybe one day I'll have 12-foot ceilings that will fit these suckers, but for now I'm stuck with 8-foot ceilings. I don't know. I also had to tilt my camera for you guys because last time I recorded, I was drawing like this, like straight on, and it was so uncomfortable. So I hope I'm not slowly rotating like this because that's how I normally draw. I know it's probably really not good for your shoulders, but I don't know. I do my stretches. It's a good logic to have, right? Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And I would totally pair this with some very pointy toe shoes. I am a sucker for some pointy toe shoes. I should have done like a leg sticking out of these or something to show, because that's where the leg would be, is right here. I didn't really design this pose with that in mind. I mean, this is kind of just a rough sketch here. I'm not making pattern pieces out of this or anything. This is kind of a fun little experiment just to see how your style evolves over the years. I don't know. It's quite fun to do. The arms would be there. I don't know. Something looks weird with this one. If you guys have found any new bands lately that you really like, link them in the comments, please, because I need some new tunes material. I've been listening a lot to Tamino and Mother Mother. I know they're kind of quite opposite scales, but I don't know. They're fun. I don't know. I kind of like everything, so link away. I'm not opposed to discovering new styles. Also classical. I've been really into classical lately. People who make those dark academia playlists really know what they're doing, so I don't know, there's some good stuff. I wonder, did you guys have any cool New Year's Eve resolutions? Any of that jazz? I don't like to do resolutions really. I just kind of I like to look back at the year that I had before and kind of just be thankful for what I had in that time. And do stuff like this, you know, to be like, I improved a little bit. And it's just a nice way to be kind to yourself, I suppose. I don't know. That, and I like to practice my calligraphy on, like, my handwriting and stuff. On yeah. I learned a new way that I think I'm going to start doing my A's now. So I'll start with a swoop and do them like that. Like, how snazzy does that look? So, opposed to my old A's, which are like that. I don't know. I'll find out if I like it as I go. It usually takes me a couple weeks to get accustomed to any adjustments I make in my handwriting. Because I don't do a whole lot of handwritten stuff anymore, apart from, I mean, like when you're in high school and college, you take notes all the time, but since I graduated, I don't really take a whole lot of notebook notes. And I guess journaling counts, but it's still not quite to the same extent as I have to fill up this whole 5-subject notebook in like 2 days level of studious materials. All right, how are we looking? It's quite a change. I could do a nice, like a weighted tassel belt that comes down in the back instead of these what look to be washers hanging off of this ribbon. I don't know. Usually I have a tassel belt and it comes down in the front if it did have one. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Punk rock magician? I don't know. It's not really it doesn't have much of a thing. Sorry, I'm changing my tunes here. I got tired of this playlist. Back on. Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know. Would you guys want to watch me do a full illustration of these? Because it'd probably take a while, and I drone. I know, I'm sorry. I'm a little monotone. But, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to have fun tonight. You know, just do some stuff for me. I don't know. I worked on my book a little bit today. I don't know if you guys know I'm writing a book, illustrating it too. That will be a project to talk about in another video because it's too much to like get into and not show you guys because I'm really excited about it. So let's see. I also carry this into the back. No, never mind. I carry that down. And then I would do a couple box pleats here. I mean, this still has the same sort of energy, I suppose, as the early design. This may be a little more grown up and less like... I found this in the weird Halloween section in the discount bin and put it together. But to be fair, some of those outfits can be quite fabulous and fun times. I could do, I don't know, like a spike on the shoulder or something. No, ooh, better idea. Okay, so we continue this down here. This would be leather. Yes, okay, this would also be leather, and then these would be like suede and chiffon. Yes! Alright. Sometimes inspiration just hits, you know? Gotta go with it. I think this would be leather too, and then this box pleat section right here would also be leather. I don't really do full color fashion illustrations. I mean, I just kind of draw stuff like this, and then off to the side I'll draw general what the pattern will look like, and then just kind of go ham. So there's not a whole lot of instruction going on. But it might be kind of fun to do an actual, like a finished fashion illustration. Maybe use full color pencils or something like that. Maybe I'll do that later this week, and you guys can have 2 videos of my constant droning. Be a good time, I swear. Double check that this is still recording. Yep, we are good. Let me see what my battery's at. 11%. All right. I think we can manage. If you guys follow me on my, not to bring the mood down or anything, follow me on my Instagram, you know that I post pictures of my studio dog quite a bit on my story of just him hanging out. My dog. He had his 18th or 19th. I think he was 18 and was going to turn 19. Birthday. In the beginning of December, but he is no longer with us, and I miss him ever so dearly. I can't talk about it too much on here. I'm going to start crying all over my paper. So, so I'm sorry, you guys, if you miss seeing him. I do too. He was such a good boy. But yeah, don't hesitate to tag me in pictures of your dogs too, because I'm always down for that. And if you guys do your own little redesigns for the new year. I'd love to see those too. That could be quite fun to see. Always like, I don't know, how other people do things. And we're quite far from the original content here. Let's see. Okay, so we've got this section up here. I suppose this could also work. This could be a red sash. No, I don't like that. These would be maybe a gold with red gemstones, maybe. Then we'd have that pop of color. I still don't know what I want to do about these things, though. I could just do like a belt, but I feel like that's, I don't know, that's like a lazy way to do it. I don't know. Oh, I suppose I could do tassels from the underside so it would be worn under the vest. All right. So they'd come out like that. That's exciting. Okay. Yes. Yes. Haha, coming together. There we go. Look at that. Let's do 3 for good measure. Yeah, I don't think this is something I would wear on a daily, but yeah, I'd wear it. I'd wear it as much as my middle school self apparently wanted to wear this, but this I would wear quite a bit more. This was from when I really wanted to be in a rock band. I still do. I think that'd be fun, but I know I am not apt to music like I thought I was when I was in middle school. Point these shoulders out a bit. I think that is about it for our general design. I guess I'll stop the recording soonish here so that it's not a million hours long to transfer over my computer again. Oh no, I don't like that. No center X. Sorry, guys. Alright, and then last but not least, let's design this bodysuit real quick. Okay, so it would go underneath. I am thinking it would be long sleeve. I really don't know about the thumb holes. I was kind of just, I don't know what I was doing with that, but it's not really a forte. Okay, so I'm thinking this would be like a solid satin. Let's mark these SU, and these are SA, so I don't lose track. And then I always like this sort of silhouette that you see in antique gowns, but the, I don't know what cut that's called, but I always like that. And I could see that this part here then being that red chiffon, which is what this is. And then what the sleeves would also be. I like the idea of this being a drop back too. So, I mean, nobody's gonna see it. It's just like this front part here, but it's still fun to layer, I suppose. Yeah, I really hope this whole thing isn't just my head. Do I want to do thumbnails? I think I will, because if I like the silhouette I have going with these sleeves. You could just do full gloves, I mean, but who wants a bodysuit that has full gloves because you have to go pee and then you have to like take off your like whole arms out of, yeah, then no, let's not do that. That sounds like a nightmare and a half to do. Okay, and then these seams we would connect to these darts here and then continue down. And I don't know what I do at the bottom. Okay, let's see this. So this is the redshift on the center section here. And then maybe have some cute little floral beaded embroidery. And then this would also be the red satin. And that's how that would go. And I don't know, would I want a center seam on that? It seems kind of uncomfortable. Yeah, no, let's not do a center seam. So, yeah, I think that about covers it. Yeah. What a weird ass outfit. I'm here for it though. This would take me probably like a freaking millennia to do. The jacket that I'm doing for my house coat is very similar to this, and it has been a treat and a half to get something that tailored to you perfectly. I don't know, I just had quite a bit of trouble with it. I suppose it's hard when you tailor your own clothes to tailor it on yourself without a... I don't have like a mannequin that's shaped to me or anything like that, so it's kind of just, I'm like really overdoing this arm. It does not need to be this. Sometimes you get lost in stuff. Anyway, I think I will stop recording here. And, I don't know. Maybe I'll go grab the light box and then do a line version of this and come back with some colored pencils. Oh, snazzy. Okay, let's do that. See you guys in a bit. Let's see here. All right. So I have got, let's push it over a little bit more because I do other details on the side. That looks good. And just trim the rest. Sorry, I talked to myself. You guys know this by now. All right. Pen is Sharpie gel pen. I don't know the specifics of it. I got it. It's like Staples, not sponsored. Make sure it works first. There we go. No, I always kind of like the Sharpies and the Uniballs for sketching. I like this one because it's quite a bit finer than the other Uniballs I have. Those kind of seem, I don't know, they just make the drawing look heavy. I also have one in red to do the detail bits. Let's see. I noticed I do have a bit of my head in the in the frame in the other video, so I will try to sit back here and not be Miss Hunchback Allegra. Yeah, that seems about right. Oh god, this is always the scary part when you're doing the line drawing and you want it to match the energy of the original, right? There's something about that sketch that's always just like, just does a good job. Let's see, I wonder what kind of, I don't really, well, I guess I have X's in the original for like design, so maybe I'll just do an X for this brooch here. I'm probably going to drag my hand through this 800 times. That will be fun. Zero is sort of interesting to draw on light boxes. I think my sister gave me this one. I don't know. It works really good still though. I don't know how old it is, but it holds its own. Let's see, and then we decided we're going to do a very thin peak lapel here. Oh, it's already not symmetrical. Way to go, me. Although I'm not a computer, I don't expect to be symmetrical, but when I work in Photoshop all day, I'm like, man, why can't I not draw things to the tiniest bit of difference? Just part of life, huh? I think I'd give this a little bit of a curve on the edge. As for hair, I could totally see it being like a very queenly updo or something like that. I'm trying to not lean over this, which is hard to do when you're doing line work. You kind of just want like your whole head in there. But I will restrain myself for y'all. And then maybe some smaller X closures here. This is kind of fun. I haven't really done one of these before, like the fashion redraws. I was just in my other art. I don't know if you guys are as interested in this. I'm probably more interested in my more fantasy illustrations and everything, but I don't know. I'm just starting out here and having fun, so it is a New Year's Eve. This is what I do. And I kind of made this channel with the thought of, I don't know, just being real and open and making some art friends. So and enjoying the process. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw that Next in Fashion show on Netflix. I thought that was pretty fun. I always have a hard time deciding what I like doing most. I don't know. I just find something I like doing and I do it. I have some people that say, oh, you should do fashion designing and stuff. But I think I've got the nice little bit of both worlds here because I do costume design for my job. Like it's part of doing character design is you design their clothes and their attire and stuff like that. And I really like doing that. And putting I don't know, I just like detailing the characters. You can tell a lot about a person by the way that they dress. And then stuff like this, I can just, if there's an outfit I want that I see online that I'm like, oh, that's cool, but it isn't quite perfectly tailored to how I would like it to be cut or something like that, then I'm gonna try to figure it out for myself, I suppose. But I know for sure it is a luxury to be able to make things for yourself and have the time to do it. And I figure while I have the time and energy to do so, it's a noble quest or something like that, right? Yeah, it's not so bad so far. I'm probably going to do the little wristies here and be like, oh, I hate everything. Throw it away. That's how it goes sometimes, you know? Yeah, I don't know if I want to continue this chiffon down after all. Into being a long-sleeved thing. I don't think I will. I think I've made up my mind. I'm going to do the cross X-shaped accents here, though. I don't think that's particularly where your cufflinks go, but I don't know, it looks nice in the sketches. I'm preparing to do a downward stroke for these lines and then completely shift the paper and ruin everything. Let's see. I have to keep remembering that these are 3/4 sleeves and not to put the hands like right at the freaking bottom. There we go, that wasn't so bad. I have to wait for it to dry so I don't drag my hand through it. I don't know why I did that side first. I suppose I could have done this side. What I love about chiffon is it has such a fun drape to it. It's very like forest fairy-ish drapery, I suppose. Be a good way to describe it. I don't like this line. Eek. That's how it goes though, right? Now, this would be really fun if it was a pleated chiffon. I do have quite a fondness for pleated chiffon as well. I have a skirt my grandmother gave me that is pleated chiffon. She used to go out dancing in it, and I try to give it the same honor. It's really cute, and it's a fun little thing to have. That was scary. I had to like, lift my hand up to do that. The little thing that I like to do, that I'm sure you've noticed, I don't like to do solid lines for draping. I don't know, I feel like they're too solid. Fabric is such a way to sheen, you know, like shift the light around and stuff, and especially chiffon, my god, it's so silky. And hard to work with. If you've ever worked with it, you know the agony trying to do a rolled hem on this godforsaken material. Yeah, this is like the fancy aunt version of this. I've slowly come to realize. Right, does that count? Shift it there. Let's see. I suppose this would be, this area here would be where the leg peeks through. But I have forgotten to draw the legs in this again, even though I just commented on that last time. So I guess we're not doing the legs poking out in this either. Recording brain. All right. We'll just pretend. I'll do like a ghosting, I don't know. You guys getting ASMR vibes? It's probably like complete opposite and extremely excruciating to listen to. It's grating as the pen dries on the paper. I don't like how I did this dark line here compared to everything else. Eek. Well, I've sort of given it the sticker effect now. Of having dark outline. I always try to shy away from that because I don't want my figures to look too two-dimensional. And this line is a little wonky here because I was trying to keep my hand up. I should have just got a thicker pen and went over the line in one stroke, but we're here now, so... Okay, God, I need to stop before I like mess it up further. It's chicken scratchy. I don't like that. It's unclean. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Into the arsenal we go. Let's see if I have a pen in here. This is mostly all graphite. To the rescue. This is a number 3. I don't have anything bigger, so. You guys can watch me mess this up in real time. Isn't that fun? I'm actually going to do this with the light off so I can focus on the actual outcome here. Oh, this is about the same size as the other one. Oh, jeepers, if not smaller. Jeepers, creepers. Yikes, what is that? What are those? Okay, nope, I'm going back to the pen because it's not, it seems like it's smaller. Yeah, that's gross. If I was in Photoshop, I'd just erase that line and just redraw it, but this is ink and paper, and here we are. Oh, God. These people on YouTube will laugh at you. You guys wouldn't do that, right? As you're cackling away in your desks. Knew it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Could be worse. I think I did decide, I said that I decided not to do the chiffon on the arms, right? Ooh, my arm made a noise. It was my arm, I do swear. I don't want my hands to get in the way of doing this one. I mean, like drawing the hands. I don't want it to. I could. Oops! I didn't mean to just smack with the phone. But yeah, shoulder pauldrons. Sign me up. With some good quality stuff. Any way to incorporate armor into a day-to-day wear is pretty game in my book. Gosh, this pen is so... Look at it, I have like the drawing indent in my finger. I usually have a giant foam hair roller wrapped around my stylus, and I should have transferred it over to this pen because I like have a tendency to grip my pen really hard when I'm doing lines. I know it's a bad habit and I need to break it, but that's what the foam is for. So, Jeepers. This sort of gives me the outfit that Ciri wears in like the first season of The Witcher, her gold vest thingy majig. This sort of has a similar shape. Kind of reminds me of that. So the subtle things that we watch sort of bleed into our designs. Kind of fun. All right. I'm not going to continue this arm all the way down here because I don't want to create a mess here. I kind of already did though, didn't I? Wow, this person looks like they're really hunchback. Not a fan of that, but whatever. I wish I could put music on here for you guys and it wouldn't be copyrighted or something. But I also know that I always appreciate it when people don't put music over their stuff so I can listen to my own, especially like workout music or workout videos, you know. Like, I don't want to listen to the same song 800 times if I'm doing this video over and over again. Holy crap. I should have just like ghosted this instead of actually drawing all these little beady things. Looks like she's got a really long rat tail hanging out. Right? Is that just me? I swear it's a tassel belt. with a lot of tassels. I wonder if this will work. Hey, look at that. All right, that's better. I hope this doesn't obstruct the view too much for you guys. I have to wonder how many people that do character design are also into doing fashion-esque stuff, you know? I feel like it'd be a pretty common occurrence. I haven't really asked any of my peers that. I suppose that'd be a fun conversational starter. I bet they would. These don't look as solid as I wanted them to, but that's okay. I think it's just because I didn't do the bottom. Maybe if I do this. That's a little bit better. Give them a solid side. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. I just really like large anchor points in design. I don't know why. I just think they're kind of fun. Yep, see, good thing I didn't draw that hand in there. Ooh, I don't like that. This has me thinking about college. I think about the time when I was drawing stuff like this, I went because I wanted to see what the art school in Chicago was like, their fashion program, because I was curious about it, you know. I was like, oh, maybe fashion design is what I want to do. I like drawing people. I like drawing outfits. But anyway, I went and looked at their school, and my God, was it atrociously expensive, so didn't go that route. But I just remember they showed me around, and they had this one room that had all the, like, issues of Vogue, and it was like a huge library of just all this cool fashion stuff. I just wish I could go back and just flip through that. I bet it would be really interesting to look through all those books. And then I remember when I talked to a student, and they said that you're only allowed one backstitch with your machine, or something like that. And at the time I was like, what? That's insane! I backstitched like 800 rows, but now I get it. But, I don't know. It was fun. I really don't like how hunchback this is. Like, this line should be straight up and this should be moved over more, but what are you gonna do? It's in pen. And I don't have, like, good quality whiteout here, so. Alright, since we decided to leave these sleeveless, I won't draw the sleeves for these. I'm trying not to blind you guys here. Pull that down a little bit. Oh, I forgot the red pen, and I forgot to put the under bodysuit on, and this one. You guys probably caught that, didn't you? Like, she's slipping! She's slacking, man! Yep. That's me. There we go. Wow. What an insane difference 2 lines make. No, just kidding. I could have done the tassels in that red too. Why didn't I do that? Ah. Butts. Oh well. Such is life, is my way of looking at it. Is this upright and down? It's kind of hard to tell. Everybody's got so many angles. Let's see. And let's say just some little cutesy little flowers for funsies. Always like a nice little bit of beading. Can't really go wrong with some fancy beads. Yeah, it's a little up and down, isn't it? Gosh dang nabbit. No, it's like kind of skewed. Oh well, we'll just forget that's there. Alright, colored pencil time. Hey guys, I'm back. You may have noticed a change in lighting. It's now morning. My phone was at 1%, so I decided to look at this with fresh eyes in the AM, so here we are. And we are going to do some colored pencil. I'm kind of excited. I haven't done this in a while. Excuse me as I rummage through my stash here. Let's see. Let's try and pick out some colors. Let's see. It's always hard to do like blacks on the design because you don't want it to be too, I don't know, grayscale, I suppose. So I'm gonna do some blues. I'm thinking because this is like a little, you know, it's a little bland looking. So I'm gonna do some blues, some purples, and maybe a nice brown. I like to try to pick out a palette beforehand, so I'm not palette. I mean, it's just a group of pencils, but that way I'm not rushing to try to figure out which color am I going to use next, sort of thing. So yeah, this looks good. What's this one? Brown and I'm finding that this is a color group I'm really comfortable with lately, like just reds and purples and blues. I don't know. They're just, they go good together. Anyway, I woke up this morning and there was snow everywhere, so it's quite bright and beautiful out there today. Maybe I'll post a picture at the end of the video or something, I don't know. And what am I going to start off with? I think I'll do a base. Ooh, I could do like a gradient even on this. That could be snazzy. Let's see. I guess I could have organized these before I did the video, but I don't know. Some people are always like, how do you pick out colors? And so this is how I do it. There is indeed a method to this madness. I just like to do groupings. All right, so we are set now. I'm sure this is going to look pretty for like 5 seconds, and then the desk will be a mess of pencils now. So I am going to try not to hunch over this again. Let's see. I hate it when I look back at my recordings and I have my whole head just poking out here. I'm going to start with, I'm thinking this purple base here. I like to do under bases of different colors just because it kind of gives a little more depth. I've noticed if I want to do blacks, like really rich blacks, I like to layer them with blues and violets and that sort of stuff. And it really does help it pop instead of it just being like a one-dimensional color. Oh, I forgot to grab a gold for the gold. I will do that when I get to it, I suppose. Not quite there yet. And these are Prismacolors. I'm going to change my tunes up because I had this playlist on last night and it was really cool. But starting again in the morning, it's a little intense for like right when I get to my desk. So let's see here. All right. I'm almost thinking of going out and making a snowman today. It's just so pretty out there, and the snow is like perfect packing snow right now, just because of the temperature and everything. I don't know, it seems like a good time. I don't know if I want to do this gradient or not. Maybe we'll do like a peekaboo and do red on the inside of the collar. That could be snazzy. I'll have to look back at my material notations from the sketch. Because that will differentiate how I go about them. I know you guys are really like, ugh, lilac, why? Trust me, it's a process. It's weird to have ink on this, because normally when I do colored pencils, I do the lines also in colored pencils, that way my lines are colored. So I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't know. We'll find out. What's kind of nice though is when you go over with the colored pencil. Here, I'll show you guys after I do this. When you go over the lines, I don't know if it's just this ink type, but you can see it kind of barely faintly changes the color of the lines. Like it just has that cast kind of effect over it. So it's, I don't know, they're more purple lines now instead of just solid black. They've got a bit of a tint to them. I think colored pencils are a pretty meditative process. I just started using them quite a bit more frequently lately, and I don't know. It's just fun to do all these different layers and watch it sort of build up over time. I'm sure this video will be astronomically long, and if you stay with it for the whole time, thank you. I appreciate you guys watching, but I also will not feel bad if you put it on like ×5 speed and just watch it that way. But I don't know, I like the process. So then we're gonna go in, I'm thinking this. I should like hang a tennis ball off of my camera here so that when I lean too far forward and my head's in the frame, it'll bonk me or something like that. Like the things people have in their garage to keep them from going in too far. Or is that just my grandma? I don't know. I'm pretty sure other people do that too. You know, it hits your windshield, so you're not going in too far. Yeah, I'd totally wear this. This is so much fun. Making it would be a challenge for sure, but no, I'm game. I like doing the sort of exuberance things. I don't know. It's just fun to have a challenge. I mean, I could just make copies of all my favorite like t-shirts and stuff like that, but what's the fun in that? I saw something online the other day that was like you have some people have basics, you know, like your t-shirts and stuff like that, and then some people their basics are not really basic. I don't know how to describe it, but it was just it was just kind of funny. Some people's basics are like a t-shirt and jeans, and then some people's are slacks, and then some people are like, you know what, I'm gonna break out the Jacquard silk today because that's the basic I have in my closet. I find it fascinating, everybody's different ideal choices for what they do during the day, and I don't know. I hope the colored pencils show up good on the camera here. I had to adjust my light this morning because it's so bright out. And, oh, yeah. Let's go look at my notes here. I'll just have this off to the side. Set that up here. There we go. Okay. This is leather. Okay. Sorry, just thinking out loud here, guys. So this part was going to be a more, what you call it, reflective sort of leather. So I'm putting these shadows here. I'm playing with where it would actually, the light would bounce off. And then the rest of the bodice is like a suede, sort of gentler fabric, I suppose. And the trick is to not make this too dark because you don't want to cover up your lines, but you also want to convey that it's actually black. And that in itself is a challenge. I had these as a leather, like a shimmery leather as well. This is my black. I will save that for later. Oh gosh. This tape is so squeaky. Let's see. What do I have here? Oh, this one is a Crayola. See? Hey, they work good. I have one of there's a Crayola in here, the sand tone. I don't know why, but it really works nicely with these. I haven't found a color similar to it in the Prismacolor, so you can indeed mix mediums. Right. I'm gonna go for this one. Sounds a little bit darker. This is dark umber. So yeah, see how this is kind of starting to register as a black, but it's not quite flat black like this, you know, like this doesn't have quite a lot of depth to it. I'm still really proud of that one. Well, I mean, I know I really quite enjoyed it when I made it in school. I always looked back at it like, yeah, that is so cool. And I think it's I don't know, it's important to not put down your past artistic self too much, because you know, you grow and you change and you learn new things, but we're all at different points in our lives, you know. I don't know. Like, I like to be able to comment on the growth and the change and all that sort of thing, and be like, oh yes, I registered that this could have been better, but at the time I was really proud of it and I did well with what I had skill-wise, you know. Just as I'll probably look back on this and be like, it's not, it could have been better or something, you know, like that, but I still try to be kind to myself for those sort of things. I think it helps you want to learn a little bit more too, you know. That way, if you're not always putting yourself down, you're more apt to want to explore more and learn more. Maybe I'll even go back in this with like white paint and do some highlights and stuff. That's always a tricky business. I used to have a pen that had the white acrylic paint in it, but for some reason it just really dries and gunks up and stuff. I wish it made a really fine brush pen like that. The only ones I've found so far have the you know, like the square, I don't know what kind of a tip it is. It's like a fiber or something like that, but those always get real gunky. But so I've lately just transferred over to using a detailing brush for everything in that manner. I wish I could put music over this. I know I probably already said that yesterday, but I don't know. Maybe I'll link to a playlist or something that I feel like fits, and you guys can just put it on over your end of things. I know that's not ideal, but there's this one playlist on YouTube that I've really been liking a lot. I forget who it's by, but I'll link it in the description. It's a Narnia playlist. Not of the soundtrack, but of just music that sort of fits that vibe. And it's One Day You'll Be Old Enough to Read Fairy Tales Again is the name of it, from the C.S. Lewis quote. I really like that one. I also just like that phrase, you know. I think sometimes we get too serious as we grow, and I mean, there's reason to be, but sometimes it's nice to just nurture your inner kid. That's an important part of the human experience, you know. It's still reading as quite blue. Let me see. I was trying to find my sand color that I mentioned, the Grail one. I don't know. I must have recently used it for something. It's not in my cabinet here. I thought this was it, but it's not. I like the sand one because it's more of a gray instead of a peach color. I don't know. Do I have it in my hand here? No. That's been known to happen, so I guess we'll just see. Alright, so I'm going to do, this is a dark green. I can't believe that sharpener is still hanging around after all these years. It could probably do with some new blades in it. God, I think I got that thing in 5th grade. Still going strong, so. There we go, that's a bit better. This sort of feels like if you're anything like me and have a lot of blacks in your wardrobe, when your blacks don't match. Like some are green toned and some are blue, and you're like, now I need to dye everything so it goes together. Alright, excuse me for just 1 second. I'm gonna go see if I can find that sand color, actually. Alright, aha, I'm back. It was hiding in with my chalk pencils from sewing the other day. So, I like this just because it sort of, I don't know, muddies everything. I don't know, it just gives an evening out of the colors. Kind of smooths things. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of a warmer tone. This is a Tuscan Red. I'm going to use that in these corners here that are predominantly quite blue, because that's where I did those lines earlier. Sort of like mimicking life, I suppose, you know, because everything you wear absorbs color from things around it. You know, light bounces off and colors bounce off, and with your environment and everything. I think it really just adds quite a bit more life to a piece, opposed to just going in with a flat black or a flat gray. Usually I'll save that for last. Just sort of like a gloss over. It looks quite a bit. I don't know. That looks nice. See, like the difference between this and this. You know, there's more depth. I really think color variation helps a lot on that front. Ooh, almost dropped that. I told you guys there was going to be pencil chaos here. So. Yeah, it could be fun to go in with a white later. This is magenta. I had a real fondness for the sort of more cool tone reds lately. I don't know, these just they seem to, yeah, I don't know. I do think I quite like these a bit more than the orange reds as far as layering goes. I hope my stomach doesn't start growling too loud on this. I haven't had my breakfast yet. I just had my coffee. Okay. So now I'm going to actually go in with the black. This is fun. I'm glad I decided to do this. Probably going with the white on these cufflinks too, I'm imagining, and then this here. Okay, this is the indigo blue. I know it looks black, but it's really not. I don't know. I did my scrap paper. Yeah, see, it's more of a blue. What do I do with my purple? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Pencil shavings everywhere. Such is life. And this is the dark brown. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. Just trying to decide if I want to do red in the skirt. I think that could be fun, you know, maybe bring it up to about here and fade it in. This is sort of turning into a like classical vampire vibe than I suppose this is like punk rock teenager phase classical vampire. So. And I do have a tendency sometimes to overextend my lines. But that is where the glorious kneaded eraser comes into play. So. Sort of soften it up and use my stick eraser. This is also really good for doing highlights. If you do that later, maybe I'll just do the highlights with that. It takes quite a bit of force, but I don't know. It usually turns out pretty good. I did this with my last colored pencil piece that's on my Instagram. If you guys follow me there, you can kind of ghost in your highlights with an eraser. Trade secrets. I won't tell you which parts I used it on, I suppose, because that would be, I can't reveal everything, my process, but that way maybe these tassels are sort of lead the eye down to the red, since the tassels are also going to be red. You can see this developing into a nice deep burgundy, or something like a really deep raspberry kind of color towards the bottom. It's funny how sometimes you can be a little unsure of, oh, is this gonna turn out the way I want? But you know, you sort of feel like that when you're doing all these different layers and stuff. Like for this, I was like, oh, maybe I made that too purple, but no, I think it turned out pretty good. It just takes time to reveal the layers and whatnot, you know. It's definitely a process. This video probably going to be, I don't know if I should break this up into two parts. Maybe I will. I'll do the line and then the colored pencil portion. I think I'm a little more talkative in the evening. The morning is kind of a time for quiet meditation, I suppose. But I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you had a nice night. Maybe I'll do this as like a part 2 or something. I don't know if YouTube has a limit for how long your videos can be if you only have so many subscribers or something. I feel like I saw that somewhere. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I think there was a dog ear stuck to that. It's kind of funny how even after they're gone, they still leave their fluffs everywhere. And I think I'm going to come back in with the purple. Heck yeah, I'd wear this. Can you imagine just like waltzing into a grocery store dressed like this? Unashamedly. Like, yes, I will go get a loaf of bread today. Dressed like I just came out of the ether. That is a fine decision I have made. Who cares? Life is too short. Have fun with it. This skirt would be super pretty if it was like a dip-dyed velvet. Can you imagine? Do they even make dip-dyed velvet? I feel like you'd have to do it yourself. Ooh, that would just be divine. Heavy though. Oh my goodness. And expensive, not to mention. I've never really worked with actual velvet. I'm too scared of crushing the pile and all that. I tried to do one shirt I got some discounted it's like a burgundy sort of crushed velvet fabric out of the bin at the fabric store, and I tried to make a shirt, I'm sure I said that, out of it, and oh my gosh, what a nightmare. It's so messy. It just gets everywhere. And then it clogged my machine and I had to clean it out and just kept rolling. I don't know, it was a hard time, although that was a little while ago, so maybe I have more experience to work with it now. But I have not deigned to. I think it was maybe just because it was an elastic velvet and not a true velvet, but still. If you spend that much on fabric, you want to know how to make it work perfectly, and that's always scary. So maybe if I find some scraps in the bargain bin, I can practice on. Okay, this is coming together quite nicely, if I do say so myself. I really do favor using I'm trying to make sure I don't have pencil all over my hands. Using a brown opposed to a black. I don't know, it just gives a little more warmth and depth. Speaking of, where is my black? See how much cooler tone the black looks compared to everything else. Just because I've been using that brown for predominantly most of it here. So it's good for giving nice little abstracts. No. I would also fully be this for, wow, words. I would fully be for this if this was just all black velvet. Not gonna lie. Going back in with the Tuscan red. Oh gosh, cheapers. Yeah, that's a sign. I was thinking about using a different, yeah, okay, it just, the tip broke off and I guess I'll pop that out sometime. Alright. The Oblivion has spoken, I shall use this one. This is Mulberry. That's a little more purple. Let me know if you guys like these more long haul type videos. I'm interested to see. I know not everyone likes to sit here and, you know, listen to me ramble, but I figured it'd be like, I don't know, like I like to listen to art podcasts and stuff while I work, so maybe it'd be like that. Put it on in the background and glance up from time to time. Turned out to be quite an extravagant affair, didn't it? It's a little on the intense side of things. Quite a bit of a different statement piece, but hey, that's okay. For me personally now, maybe I would have worn washers in like 8th grade, but right. I still do have washers. I just use them as pattern weights now. So all things in their right place, right? Repurpose, recycle. Oh, the crows are having a chat outside. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Having their morning breakfast. Gosh, with the new snowfall, I took my walk this morning. You can see all the spots where the squirrels dug up their breakfast. It's so funny to watch them dig that all up and eat their acorns burning up the trees, you know? I think that about does it. They need to make it like one of these erasers that are about the size of a mechanical pencil would. I should do that so I don't have to file it down into a point here and hope for the best. And this is yellowed orange. A very accurate color description. As it is indeed orange that is slightly yellow, or vice versa. I'm going for like a brass, perhaps antique, perhaps polished. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, so I've kind of left it a little open. I'm a sucker for some nice brass accents. All right. Let's do this little undersuit here. Just to finish it off. I think I remember I said this would be a satin. No, just thinking here. I think this upper and lower part would be satin, and then this inside here would be like a, like a mesh or something, but not a mesh, like a, I don't know how to describe it. Very fine mesh, so it's more like a chiffon or something. Can you tell I like chiffon? Have I mentioned that word enough today? In combination with yesterday too. Oh my gosh. You guys are probably like, man, she is really into this textile. I think that about covers it. I guess I could do some. I'd use that Tuscan red, but I broke the tip off it. I don't really feel like sharpening it again, so it'll give me trouble. Probably just have to cut it down quite a bit. There might be broken lead on the inside or something. It's interesting. This is more like what I normally do with colored pencil because the lines are colored and not black. But it was interesting to do it with a pen outline. I don't know that I'd do it again. But it was a fun little experiment. I think I went with doing a pen outline because if I do a pencil outline, usually I am quite hunched over my paper doing that. Like I have to be an inch away from the paper. So I think it was easier to record maybe doing the pen lines opposed to the pencil. I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking it would have these cute little, I'll draw it on the scrap here because I don't want to mess it up further, but I'm thinking the beading pattern would be like, some teardrop shaped glass beads. It's sort of like these little flower shapes. And then I have maybe a couple circular ones here and there. Like that. Yeah, and that would be the center line here. How'd that go? Yeah, but like smaller and towards the center. Yeah, that'd be fun. So, ta-da! I suppose we're done. I better clean up these edges here because I have might not be recognizable on the camera. It's a little bit of a smear from where my hand is laid down. Oh, that's a fun sound. Alright guys, well thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys sticking around for this whole thing. If you did, you're like the bomb. I'm going to go make some oatmeal now. I'm hungry. And I will post the final on my Instagram if you guys want to see. And I'll also show it here in a sec. Yeah, that looks good. And versus the other one. I thought about doing another mask design, but I figured if I did a mask design, it would just be like a red base with like strips of this sort of chiffon going in across against it, but that seemed like a little too much for me, so I don't know. So there you have it. Like old versus new. What a way to start the new year, guys. I hope you all had fun, and thank you again for hanging out. And I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care, guys.